little bit. Then, if you have any questions, about the program, about the class, you can go ahead and ask. So, I always direct students to the one place, which is a website that I maintain, which is called lamission.org. The reason I like to do that is because then it's a one-point location or departure, one place, shopping like Costco, where everything you need for the class, at least the start, is here. So I'm the director of the Paralegal Studies program at Mission College since 1997, and if you were to click on this, it takes you to the paralegal program. We have 12 law classes. We have some videos about the program, and so if you're interested in doing some of the law classes, you can either do it on campus or online. We also have a new program called Pathways to Law School, and you can read about that. Actually, Christian is going to work on that with us. So here we are. It's winter 2015. The class, section law 1 is section 0117. It is internet only, so there's no on-campus meetings. I'm going to try to use this video conferencing once a week so that students can log in and ask questions, and then I can do some orientation sessions or cover materials, whatever. The session runs from the 5th of January until the 8th, so it's 5 weeks. I actually open up the website a week ahead of time. I call that week 0, which is the ability to just get people going, because it is an accelerated class. And you'll notice I have a number of things. There's an orientation. Each week has agendas. The course management system that we use is called Etudes, which we'll go over in a second. There's a calendar of the due dates. There's a syllabus textbook, quizzes, assignments, contracts that you're going to do, discussions. And then I have outlines, PowerPoints, and grade points. So I might as well, this is kind of maybe the easiest way to start. Let's start with the grade. So there's a total of 14 quizzes. Obviously, with 5 weeks, you're going to do about 3 a week. Everything is 100 points, except for the discussion forums and the final project. The assignments, there's 23 assignments, 100 points each, and that's 46% of your grade. And the quizzes are 28%. The discussion forums are 13%, and the final project is 13%. So there's a total of 5,000 points. And then you have the A, B, C, and D based on the number of points that you get. So the quizzes that we cover are, the 14 quizzes are the chapters on contracts. So the textbook, for business law students, you can, instead of buying the entire textbook for $250 or whatever, you can just download each chapter. The first 3 chapters, actually A, B, and C, I provide those chapters actually I provide so to give students the chance to buy their textbook. And then the rest of the chapters, you can download each chapter for $3 and I think 49 cents. So that might make more sense. You can also rent the textbook from Amazon, and I'll show you how to do that in a second. So by the way, what I'm going to do, if it's okay with you, is because I hear some you got some.
Oh, okay. Well,
when I went ahead and I muted your microphone so that it doesn't pick it up in the recording. And then once we finish, the actual meeting, then I'll unmute it. You can ask any questions that you have. So the assignments are based on each chapter. Notice here 10, 11, 12, for example. Each chapter has a case problem, so that's 14 case problems. And then there's 6 contracts that you'll do. And then, for example, the first contract is a general release. The second one is a secured promissory note, a bill of sale, remodeling contract, breach of contract, computer software agreement, and then finally the final contract project. So those are the contracts along with the assignments. And then every week, you're going to engage in a discussion with your classmates. And so, for example, week 1, you're going to introduce yourself, and you'll read 3 articles on studying law, and I provide them right here: How to Study Law, Good Legal Writing, and Read Like a Lawyer. And then each week, for example, week 2, there's 2 discussions. Week 3, 2 discussions. Week 4, there's 3 discussions. And week 5. And so you're going to go, I'll show you how to do this when we go into Etudes. You'll click on the actual discussion. It usually provides some sort of information. Many times it provides an article or a link for you to read. Then you can read the article or the link. For example, this is an article on determining contractual intent of parties. And then you'll post your a response. You basically post 3 times. One is your comment, and then you go back and you'll see what other people commented, and you add your comment to their comment. And that's kind of the way we do class discussions online. And then there's a final contract project, which is worth 650 points. And the final contract is basically, and this is mandatory, obviously, for all of our students. And I provide some sample student contracts. And there's information here about the contract. What you're going to do is invent a product. That's just kind of the source of the contract. And then you're going to market the product for profit. You're going to assume that the product has been developed and able to be created and then sold. So you don't have to concern yourself about whether you can reasonably produce this product. And then you're going to draft a contract for the sale of your invented product. So we'll cover that more, and I'll have a video that will cover the final project. So just going back again as a recap, we've got the quizzes, which I call tests or quizzes. There are 20 questions, multiple choice, A through D, and you can take them twice, which helps you to improve your score and is motivation to learn the materials of the textbook. So that students like the fact that you can take it a second time. This is a calendar, week by week of what's due each week. For example, here's week 1. This is what you have to do week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and week 5. So that's kind of nice. You can print out. What I usually recommend here is to print out the list of quizzes and assignments and the contracts. And as you do them, go ahead and cross them off. And then every week I've provided agendas, which I think helps too. So for example, the week 0, which I call week 0 as kind of the orientation, this is going to run, I actually have to correct this, from, oh that's right, 12/28/14, we haven't jumped into the new year, until January the 5th, which is the actual day that the class starts online. And there's a video to watch, some videos on how to use Etudes, the course management system, read the welcome message, read first steps, go ahead and purchase your textbooks. You can post your introduction to class. I'll open that up and get ready for the week number 1. So that's kind of nice to have all those agendas there. You can also print those out and have those at hand, and those help. I also provide an outline. This is an older version of the textbook, but here, for example, is Chapter 10, Agreement. And so you can go ahead and download this outline, and it provides a bullet pointed checklist kind of reading. So when you read the, boy, that phone in the background is annoying. hang up on the poor person. Sorry about that. But yeah, then it has the bullet points for each one of the chapters, and that's kind of nice. So you can read the chapter, read the outline. Also, we have a PowerPoint, which is kind of nice. So each one of the chapters has a PowerPoint, and some students like to download the PowerPoint, walk through that, so that's kind of nice. All right, let's just take a quick look. So I'm going to log into Etudes, and Etudes, by the way, you just click on this little button here, and it's Etudes, easy to use, and I'm already logged in. Basically, when you log out here, it's going to ask you for your user ID, which is your student ID, 88, followed by the 7 digits in your student ID, and then your month and day of birth. When you log into Etudes, it's going to ask you to set up a more secure passcode other than month and day. Then you'll do that, and then that will help you. I have to log out here and log into my other account here. So you'll set up a more secure password, and that will help you. So let me take a look on the winter of 2014. I think I have it here. So this was the Etudes class from last semester. Notice on the left-hand side there's a course map, which is kind of nice because what it does is it walks you through the sections and syllabus and videos and etc. So it's kind of a nice thing to have. Announcements is important to look at because here's a whole series of announcements that I sent out to the class. When you get an announcement, it will be on the right-hand side of Etudes, and then you'll see the announcement to the class. Here's the class syllabus. Then there's modules, which is a way to look, and I have broken down to week 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and it provides links and information. And here is the bulk of where you're going to log in, and that is assignments, tests, and surveys. And so that's where you don't have any surveys. But for example, here's quiz A, quiz B. When you log in, I think it's already closed, so you won't be able to open it. But when you log in, it will provide you with the question. You'll click on the answer, and then each particular chapter has, for example, here's chapter 5, and this is the case problem for chapter 5. So it will have a link here, and usually I provide a whiteboard image of the case, which is like as if you're in the classroom, a little diagram, which is kind of nice. And then I usually provide, sometimes I hope to provide a screencast. So here's the screencast that I've uploaded to YouTube.
This is a covenant doctrine.
And so this YouTube video, I've muted it, but it will walk you through the case and give you an idea as if you're in the on-campus class. So I've taken a lot more than I was only going to do this in 4 or 5 minutes, but I'm going to come back here and I'm going to stop the screen sharing, and then I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording right here on record. Stop the recording.